I never see the lights out. They get me overdrive. Fancy on a fast car. This is how you make me feel. Don't stress me now. I got the overdose. I'm feeling it in my bones. And if you say that I'm lying to you, these habits are killing me. I wish I could fall asleep. The problem is you. I got the overdose. Oh, you are my overdose.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's been a year since the Noah Presgrove case, and for some reason, the Comanche Police Department is refusing to categorize this as a murder. They are refusing to search the house that he was last seen alive at. This poor young adult was so beaten up and battered. It was a horrible blunt force death. That's what it was, guys. Blunt force. The full autopsy report in the bizarre case of an Oklahoma teen found dead on the side of the highway on September 4th, 2023, provides new details about Noah Presgrove's final hours. It's been almost a year, and the cops are refusing to investigate this as a murder, even though there's clear and present signs it was a murder. According to the 9-page full autopsy report, which was obtained by People, authorities say that further investigation revealed that Presgrove, 19, was at a house party and drinking on Sunday, September 3rd. And that after leaving at one point, he rode an ATV Ranger vehicle with several men that had a rollover incident. Presgrove was still alive following the incident and then returned to the party where he got into an argument, according to the narrative describing the circumstances of his death. Well, we know he got into an argument with two young women because he was, I guess, too close to them or something. He left the house party and was found dead the next morning on the Jefferson County Highway by a passing truck driver at 5:53 a.m. per the full autopsy report, but how he got there remains a mystery. In the full report, the medical examiner said that Noah died of multiple blunt force injuries to the head, neck, torso, and extremities, enduring among a two-page list of injuries, swelling to the brain with multiple brain lacerations, including on the cerebellum and the temporal lobe, basal skull fracture, splitting the middle base of the skull into two parts, and multiple rib fractures. A molar tooth had been broken in half and had also sustained a laceration to the left side surface of the tongue, along with 4 cervical neck fractures. At this time, what transpired on how the body was found on the road having multiple blunt force injuries is unknown. Medical examiner Leonardo Racuro wrote of his findings in which the manner of Noah's death remains undetermined. The report lists Noah by the name Noah Alexander Nichols, using his mother's maiden name. Presgrove, who was naked, was found wearing only mismatched shoes, an Adidas on his left and a Hey Dude on his right, each with grass and into the laces, per the autopsy report. 3 pieces of white metal chain and a part of a tooth were several feet from his body, along with a pair of his white printed shorts. Per the autopsy report, a clump of hair was in the highway lane, and another chunk of hair was on the right butt cheek with blood and tissue. A drawing in black ink of a stick figure person was also etched into the side of his right thigh. Oklahoma Department of Public Safety did not immediately respond to the people's request for an updated comment on May 13th, but earlier this month, police confirmed to people in a statement that they are continuing to investigate the case, but are not, repeat, are not investigating his death as a murder. A toxicology report included with the autopsy showed that forensic toxicologist Angelica Harper conducted a panel of drug tests for amphetamine, methamphetamine, fentanyl, cocaine, opiates, PCP, barbiturates, and benzodiazepines. None of those drugs were detected in Noah's system, although alcohol was. Harper went on to note that the tests are not designed to detect oxycodone, methadone, or clonazepam. Noah's brother, Dalen Presgrove, tells people that the report answers some questions, but also raises many more. And yes, it does, guys. It raises many more questions in this death. Like, why are the police not investigating this as a murder when there was clear evidence of blunt force trauma? And there's always 3 reasons for murder: money, sex, and drugs. Money, sex, and drugs. That's the 3 reasons for murder. Months after graduating high school and with an eye upon joining the military, Noah was described by family as a 4-sport athlete and class clown. Well liked in his small town, emancipated at 17, Noah was living with his grandmother, who helped raise him at the time of his death. My heart goes out to his family, his grandma. They all need answers in this case, guys. They really do. They need answers. We're still at square one, Dalen says. We desperately need more cooperation from the Oklahoma Highway Patrol, and we're looking to get an outsider experienced in these situations. I mean, it's sad, guys, that that they have to go outside of the local law enforcement because law enforcement doesn't want to help them. Dalen Presgrove got a call around 7 a.m. on September 4th, 2023, that his teen brother Noah has been found dead on the highway. Dalen and their father, Victor, drove some 30 minutes along Oklahoma's Highway 81 looking for the 19-year-old. We didn't know exactly where he was, so as we were going, we'd go up this hill, not knowing if we were about to see Noah on the side of the road. Dalen, 24, recalls in an interview that drive felt like a year. When they arrived, the investigators had covered Noah's body with a sheet. However, Dalen says he could still see the form of his brother curled up in the fetal position. Again, why aren't the police down there categorizing this as a murder? There was clear injuries that he was beaten up, a blunt force trauma, and yet they still do not categorize this as a murder. I'd like to know why, guys. I really would. I would like to know why the Comanche, Oklahoma Police Department is not categorizing this as a murder. He got in an argument at the party, and then the next morning they find him dead. What does that say? Walking up to him that day, I was in disbelief that he was gone, Dalen says, and I continued to believe throughout the day and night that he was just going to get up and be okay, that the emergency workers would be able to bring him back. There was just a disbelief that he was actually gone. It didn't make sense that he was dead. Earlier that September 4th morning, the teenager had been found naked wearing only mismatched slip-on Hey Dude shoes. Okay, that right there. Mismatched shoes. There's clearly foul play going on here. The police just don't want to admit it. They don't want to investigate. They don't want to go up to the house where he was last seen alive at and search that house. Why was he naked? Why was he wearing a pair of mismatched shoes? Like, what's going on here? Blood pooled by his head and seeped through the sheet covering him, Dalen recalls, adding that several of Noah's teeth had fallen out and investigators had collected Noah's white shorts from the middle of the road and folded them by Noah's body. That September 4th, the Oklahoma Bureau of Investigation said they were investigating the suspicious death. Well, at least the OBI is investigating it because clearly the locals don't want to investigate this as a murder. On Monday, April 29, the Oklahoma Medical Examiner said that in one-page summary report obtained by People that Noah died of multiple blunt force injuries. I repeat, multiple blunt force injuries. But the matter of his death was still unknown. Sarah Stewart of Oklahoma Department of Public Safety confirmed that two people in an emailed statement this week that while authorities do not believe Noah was murdered, the investigation is not over. How can you say this kid wasn't murdered? There's something crooked going on in Comanche, Oklahoma. The state's Department of Public Safety and the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner did not immediately respond to people's requests for additional comments on the ongoing case and the full autopsy report, which has not been yet publicly released. Well, they released it to people. Over the Labor Day weekend, Noah attended a 4-day house party in Terrell, Oklahoma. Partygoers passed in and out of the place throughout the weekend and have given varying accounts of what happened there, Dalen says. I feel like people know what happened, Dalen says, but it's hard to figure out whose stories are true. That's a very good observation. Are they clearing two people too quickly? Are they just believing every story that somebody says? Maybe. Although Dalen says that he agrees with investigators that his brother was not murdered, an accident occurred and we do not know what the accident is. So the next approach is figuring out how the incident played out. Okay, well, he's believing everything he hears because clearly it was a murder. Thinking back that September morning on the roadside, Dalen says we need to figure out what caused the bleeding to his head, the abrasions across his body, and all of that is still left to find out. Okay, well, what if they find out he was murdered? Investigators are not investigating Noah's death as a murder. Yeah, well, they should. They should investigate it as a murder. They really should, guys. I honestly think he was murdered. But I mean, it's good that the OBI is investigating it. Maybe the OBI can find out exactly what really happened in that house, because clearly the local PD don't want to investigate that or search the house that he was last seen alive at. I mean, come on, guys. If you don't want to investigate the house where he was last seen alive at, what does that say? What is that telling us? Yeah, they absolutely refused to search the house where the party was held at. Okay, why? What are we not being told? I will get answers in this case, guys. I really will. I'll get answers, and I will get justice for Noah. Because he deserves justice, because clearly he's not getting it. Like always, guys, like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell notification for any new uploads. I will be going live tomorrow night. I will be talking more about this case. You guys have a good Wednesday. This is TCC out.
I never see the lights out. They get me overdrive. Fancy on a fast car.